Hello and welcome to the Easily Excitable podcast. My name is Top, and with me this week is Spencer. Hey man, how's it going?
I need a haircut and coffee,
Oh
and not in
man,
that order.
I need a haircut, but yeah, it's getting a bit wild for me here. I'm just like, probably should have got it cut a few weeks ago, but
Yeah, when mine gets any longer than this, it goes ugly curly. Like not cool curly, fugly curly.
oh
So
no,
I can't do it. I just can't.
fair enough.
It's
Fair
not
enough.
in the cards, man.
I'm kind of reluctant to cut mine because I know it's just going to get colder here because, it's due to snow next week and it's just,
Oh,
but I'm very aware that I'm complaining about snow to a Canadian who already
That's
has,
right.
a buttload of snow already.
actually, we're not here in St. John's. We're not too bad. When I got to work this morning, aside from the snowbanks that had been piled up from previous dumpings, you could see brown grass outside my office. But then 9:15 rolled around,
Mhm.
and the whole arse dropped out of her. And now looking outside, there's easily 10 centimeters of snow on the ground as of, well, I'd say about a half an hour ago, which is when it turned over to rain. So now this is a big, sloppy, gross, icy
potentially.
mess. Yeah, now granted, it's not all bad because I'm looking forward to it in one way because I put new tires on the Jeep just recently and I haven't had a chance to try it out in the snow yet. See how they react in the snow. So the drive to pick up the little fella from daycare today is gonna be very eye opening. I hope either in a reassuring way or a holy shit I made a massive mistake kind of way. We'll see. Only time will tell.
Fair enough. Is he enjoying the snow?
Oh, he loves the snow. I had him outside Sunday morning and it was like -6 Celsius with a wind chill of minus. Holy crap! And he was having so much fun. Like we went up to the neighborhood playground, and I taught him that sprinkling a little bit of fresh powder on powdered snow onto a metal slide actually makes you go about 5 times the speed of light, and which he was totally cool with because he went down he went down the slide and there was nothing on it, and his snowsuit's kind of got a little pad on the arse of him to help him stay drier, right? And he was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Okay, try it again." And I sprinkled some snow on it. And he was like, "Daddy, clean that off." And I said, No. Trust me." And he put the grin. And I had the grin on my face, and he saw that, and he put a grin on his face. He went down over the slide, Mach 12.
Nice.
And he was like, "Yes! Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again." So that was the next half hour of my life,
Oh, awesome.
which was great. But it was, oh my God, was it ever cold. But he didn't care. He absolutely did not care.
Awesome. I'm just, waiting for the cold weather to roll around because it's due any time.
So you haven't had much of a winter yet, or?
No snow at all.
Wow.
It's not rained particularly much either. So,
Ooh.
yeah, I don't know what that's going to do to business. But,
I'm not sure about business, but it might have something to do with the overall reservoir levels in your area when spring rolls around.
yeah, things are generally looking okay, but we'll see. It's interesting, but yeah, it's due to snow sometime potentially soon, but
Okay.
Oh well, that's all fine. Yeah, so it's been the holidays kind of time, and
Yeah.
I bought myself a new fun toy in the Ibanez Tube Screamer Mini,
Nice.
and it just helps round out the sound and get some real nice, it just makes my overdrive that I've already got just sing that little bit more when
Yeah.
gives it that little boost, and it cuts away a bit of the bass, and it just makes everything sound a little tighter and nicer because it's doing the nice compression thing, and I'm having a great time with it, and it's been
Good.
quite inspiring, man.
Nice.
That's exactly what I wanted out of it. It's yes, it creates a sound that I'm just like, yes, I can be inspired to pick up my guitar as and when, and yes, thumbs
It's
up.
always nice when something measures up to expectations, doesn't it?
Yeah, like originally when I tried it, and I can't remember what else I tried it with, but I think I was trying a bunch of things at the same time. I tried the crayon, the Electro-Harmonix crayon, and then I was also looking at like what have I got?
I don't know that
Yeah,
one.
and a nano pog and the polyphonic octave generator and what was it? I can't remember. Oh god, a nano big muff as well. And I'm just like every
That
time,
name is a contradiction. The Nano
nano
Big
big
Muff.
muff. Yeah, I know. But yeah, at the same time, I was like, okay, I really wanted like a fuzz and an overdrive, and the crayon like seemed to do more. I was like, oh yeah, this is way better. But like, it's kind of a you'd put it on to give you a different style of overdrive. And given that I can't really crank the amp that I've got enough to get the tube overdrive that you'd want from it,
Yeah.
I kind of find if I want a heavier sound, it's always on. And so I was like, okay, what can I do to kind of enhance this sound? So the Tube Screamer Mini, then like now I understand it, but initially when I was trying it out, I didn't really get along with it. So I'm kind of glad that like I went through that journey of trying something else first that gives me the overdrive that I'm looking for, and then I've got the Tube Screamer Mini to give it a bit of a boost over the top. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, a boost pedal could kind of do the same thing, but
Yeah, it doesn't
in
have like the harmonic content to it as well. See?
yes, yeah. So what I really like about it is it just rounds my sound out, and like I can play riffs and lead with both on, and it just sounds great like no matter what I'm doing. But it's kind of the combination of everything I've got working together.
Yeah.
I've got like my micro chorus, my both overdrives, and I've got the amp playing, and I've got the ocean machine, and it's all feeding into it. And I'm just like, this is too many pedals, but you know, it's too much fun.
Oh, I wish everyone could see the look on your face when you're talking about this. It's absolutely spectacular.
I get so excited about it, and like, oh yeah, I'm real happy with the Tube Screamer Mini. It's so nice. It's just like, if I need that little bit extra, I just like tap on it, and it's just there. Everything's where I need it to be, and that's just led to me coming out with some like crazy riffs that I've come up with recently. Like I've been playing those on my amp. I sent you over a clip of me playing like with two different
Yes.
settings, right? I've also recorded that again, going into my SM57 and
Oh,
like
okay.
into the DAW, like with both pedals on. I need to send you that over at some point to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that sounds all right. That's getting to like a recorded mic tone that I'm actually happy with for once, because
Excellent.
it takes a lot. Like I use what was it, Line 6's Pod Farm to get most of my sounds,
Right.
and then like I try and model what I've got on the amps on the software, but I can't ever really get it to match up. But that's because I can never get the mic placed right and it's sounding how I want it. But now I've got everything together, I'm kind of like, I'm finally getting to the sound that I've kind of been looking for ages.
So where do you usually put your SM57 on your amp?
Just like a couple of inches to the left of the center of the cone. Maybe a little south as well, but
Okay. Now, are you facing it directly on, or is it in on an angle?
it's kind of at an angle at the moment.
Okay, you're doing everything right.
Nice, yeah, because that's what I'm doing. Like I found, like if I angle it directly on, it's way too harsh, and
Yep.
Yeah. See, I'm learning by trial and error.
Yep. That's dude. That's how it's
the
done,
best way
man.
to learn in it. Yeah, and like speaking of trial and error, I've also been like working on learning this song. Oh, what's it called? It's called Sanctuary. It's the first track off of Elder's Reflections of a Floating World. I talk about that album all the time. It's such a good album. It came out in 2017, and it was still one of the most listened to albums by me last year. Like, it's so good. But like the opening track to the album, it's like 12 minutes long, and I'm trying to learn it by ear, which is like the first track I'm really trying to learn by ear. And I'm just
Okay.
like, I'm having a great time with it. But it's in drop C, but my guitar was in drop C anyway, so I kind of lucked onto the opening notes as I just went dun dun dun. I was like, yes, it's right.
Yeah, my guitar cannot do drop C, man. Cannot do
Mine
it.
just seems to hold it, and it doesn't interfere with frets or anything. It just sounds real nice.
Yeah.
Like that's what I've been playing in recently as well. Like anything I've sent over to you has been in drop C. But just it's not because it's like easy to play or anything. It's just because I'm like I really like how it sounds on that guitar. But my other guitar's in E standard, and I'm just like when I play them, like I know what I'm playing. Like maybe I could stand to go down to E flat on the Ibanez, but I really can't be bothered to do that with the floating trem that it's got. But no, thank you.
Oh, see, yeah. I was kidding, and I think that's why mine is reluctant to hold drop C on the guitar I have because of that stupid floating bridge thing and or saddle thing, whatever.
What have you got? What are you playing?
Charvel Jackson. Like a early 90s, I think it's a 1990 Charvel Jackson before they started scrimping on the quality. And it was gifted to me by a friend. Basically, he had to move away, couldn't take the guitar with him, so he didn't say, "Hey, I'm going to send you this guitar." It just showed up one day with a note. It's like, "Hey, I'm moving, couldn't take this with me. Have fun." Okay.
Nice.
All right. And I've talked to him since. I was like, "Dude, you want your guitar back?" He's like, "Nah, you're doing more with it than I am." So I was like, "Yeah, but it's because it's here, you jackass." Do you want it sent to you? No, I'm good. You know.
Crazy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say you've been using it a lot recently, have you not?
I have indeed. I've actually been using a couple. What?
What's been going on?
What's been going on? We're still trying to put the finishing touches on the 1551 stuff. We took a breather off for Christmas, and in the past week and a half, we've done a fair bit of stuff. Trying to get a good chunk of it done before Jeremy goes to Australia and possibly gets eaten by a large spider of some sort. And so yeah, I've been. We basically just there was an old his old band Covert Ascent. There was this old song that he wrote with them that he kind of felt he'd like to kind of resurrect and sort of put a 1551 spin on. So that's the one we've been working on in the past week and a half, and that's significantly different style of guitar playing that I'm used to. It took a lot of takes and a lot of retakes, but I think we've got all the rhythm guitar parts there and all the texture guitar parts there, so I'm pretty happy with it. And the drums are all done to it. The drums, bass, and guitars. Bass as of this morning because I had to rethink the bass. I had to rethink the bass because it was a really cool part in one section, and then I was really pleased with it, and I was like, but it still sounds shockingly familiar to me. And then I realized it's a section of Master of Puppets, almost note for note, so then I had to change it. Because let's not get into that kind of stuff. So it's a completely different bass track now, which is fantastic. And it actually worked out better. It's much more melodic and flowing than I had originally intended. So that's good. And speaking of plugging in things we haven't plugged in a while, I plugged in my Electrics Filter Factory for some faux wah auto wah effects there last week. It was really cool. It's a really cool filter box. There's what would people know this device from? Elevation, the Edge by the Edge's opening guitar on Elevation by U2. That that's his guitar run through a filter factory.
Okay.
So that's probably what it's most known for. And I bought this. I've had this since early 2001. And I still contend that it's one of the best $500 I've ever spent because it's my when convention fails box. So when conventional sounds aren't cutting it, run it through that thing and warp the shite out of it, and then it becomes awesome. Nice. And it pretty much saved my bacon for one of these guitar parts that's on this new 1551 song we're working on. And I can see, and I still have it plugged in. I'm looking at it. I actually have it down on the floor of my office right now because I don't have a rack space for it. So it's easier. Oh, speaking of snowplows, one just went past my window. I'm hoping the microphone didn't pick it up too badly. So yeah, it's just I don't have a space on my desk for it, so I just got it underneath and just wired in to my interface. Nice. And yeah, it's come along really, really good. Jeremy sent a test vocal for the first verse and chorus. And it was just basically, because I had messaged him earlier yesterday, I said, if this is an older song that you've already worked on and already written, what's the chance of getting a scratch vocal from me? He said, not likely yet, because the lyrics were horrible and need to be completely rewritten.
Oh, right. Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking now that he must have got inspired from that and started writing stuff. So the first verse and chorus is the chorus in particular. I'm really happy with what he's coming up with. So it'll be nice to sort of get everything. I mean, what he sent me was very rough because it was just literally he set up his mic when he got home, screamed at it for 15 minutes or whatever it was, and then sent me what he did. So once he gets everything settled away, which I'm hoping he gets a chance on the very long flight to Australia to possibly get a chance to write something.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I sent him an updated mix of the song this morning, so nice clean version, karaoke version, which with no lyrics in it. So hopefully it'll move him.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many tracks do you think you have left to do?
After this one, there's definitely I think we're going for 8 total.
Okay, cool.
But it's going to include the original 4 that we released but remastered.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we there's basically going to be 4 new ones and 4 remixed/remastered versions of the original 4. So that'll be great. That'll be great. It'll be nice to have them all in one spot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally understand that. But
yeah.
As someone with songs all over the place, and I can't remember where some of them are because I've worked with various different people.
Yeah. You have a unique problem there.
Yeah. But I've kind of I've put my name down to get back into doing Game of Bands again, so I'm going to be creating more music again and just really putting the music out there. But, the first round I put my name down for, they were like, oh, there were too many musicians, so you didn't get picked. And I'm just like, no!
Shag ya.
Yeah. Rubbish. But the next one's video games, version 3, and you've got to have retro sounds in it. But I think the last one I took part in was Video Games 2, and that was 50 rounds ago. And I'm just like, oh god, I haven't joined in 2 years at this point, 2.5 years.
Good lord.
I'm just oh, that means it's been a while since I've written, recorded, and just put out any real music, and it makes me feel bad.
Dude, don't worry about it.
I'm just I just want to get stuff recorded and just play more music, and I'm way too good at just getting in and being let's play some games, not music.
Yeah, but it's got to happen organically. You can't force it, man.
True.
So if the spirit is so moving you, do it. Put down the goddamn controller.
Mm-hmm.
As fun as it may be, and just work on some tracks.
Yeah. I think I might do that this afternoon. Just be let's get some stuff going, some music moving, and just think about what I can do. Or just try and learn more stuff, or find some jam tracks and play over them. Just anything
at all. Absolutely, anything at all.
Yeah. Yeah, this weekend ahead. Oh god, this might be. I don't know when this podcast is coming out, so might put it all together. But this weekend ahead, I'm going up to Birmingham to try out a Strandberg. It's a guitar that's it's headless and the body's like really interestingly shaped. Um, but it's like it's got a fanned fretboard as well.
It's
Like
got a what?
fanned
Oh,
fretboard.
fan.
So
Okay, sorry.
yeah. And yeah, I'm real interested as to like how it'll play because the scale length's like just longer on the bass side of the neck, and so I'm interested. I want to give it a go. I want to try out, see what I can do with it, see if it sounds good. For how much it's worth, I sure hope it sounds good.
What do those things cost?
It base level entry model is about £2,000.
Oh, balls.
So I want to try it out
no.
and see what's going on.
Nope. It had to play itself if I was going to buy that.
I just want to see how it sounds. Like a few people that I've been to see live and like who I'm following like have them, and they look and sound great, but I can't tell whether that's because A, it's the person that's playing them, or B, the way that they've got them set up and going through like their effects and everything and amps and everything. So I just want to
Well, it's probably a combination, you know.
yeah, see how it feels to play because, like I've said previously, I've played a Charvel DK24, like they're borrowing the Jackson Dinky body.
Yeah.
That's got hardtail on it, and I'm just like, this feels so good to play. It's got a bit of a chunky neck, but you know, real enjoyable. But I need to see and try out other guitars to see if that's really where I want to go, or whether I want to go for like similarly priced PRS, or try this guitar out, see how that plays, and yeah, you know, find something that suits me, and I'm not just like, yeah, this is the one. Although I have already tried out a fair number of guitars because I tried out the whole Telecaster adventure last year to realise, oh no, Telecasters are not for me, no matter how good they look.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they're a little bit utilitarian. They can kind of fill in everywhere, but yeah, probably not your style.
No.
Yeah. I'd love to get a Les Paul. Oh my god, I'd love to get a Les Paul so badly.
Yeah, I played one when I was in America. Like one of Rachel's friends let me borrow a Les Paul Studio for like 3 months.
Yeah,
and like I had a good time with it, but I just don't think I could get the most out of it, which has kind of put me off Les Pauls. But it's just, but that's just me. I've played one for 3 months. Like maybe there's another one out there that actually will suit me better. But yeah, I've heard like each Les Paul's got its own distinct and different unique quirks.
I would agree with that assessment. I really would.
So yeah, there are a few other guitars that I do want to try out, and this Strandberg is one of them. But I really do want to pick up. I want to pick up a really expensive PRS to see what all the fuss is about. But at the same time, I really shouldn't, because I'll be like, oh, if I really like it, it'll be like, oh, nothing else can compare to this. I'm gonna have to save all my money.
Or you're gonna, pick it up and go, well, what the bollocks was everybody talking about? This is garbage.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, yeah. But I'm so enamored with my Schecter, like the guitar that I've had for so long, that I'm just like, if anything can play as well as that, like. And the thing is, if you're gonna pick up a guitar and play it in a store, it's either gonna be set up well, but it's not gonna have any time being played, so it's gonna feel a little odd anyway because it's new. Or it's going to be set up poorly, which is going to detract from it. It's just like, how do you really get a decent gauge of how it'll be for you? Yeah. And yeah, I'm just, I'm always in that, like, place. But, like, there's a version of my guitar on eBay in the States for sale for, like, $220. And I'm just like, do I just buy that and put my pickups, like my Petrucci signature set pickups in it, and like get it shipped to Rachel and just be like, that's good enough for me?
I don't know. Well, arguments for both sides of that.
Yeah, I know. Because I've already got the pickups that I would replace with it. Because the pickups in this aren't like top tier or anything, but they do coil split, so I can I have the variety in them.
Yeah.
But like, if I had that guitar and I had the option to have different pickups in them, like that would just be a straight neck and bridge rather than having the coil split on them, I'd put those pickups in it. But there's only one of those guitars, and I don't want to mess with it
No,
because
no.
it like essentially doesn't exist. I've talked about this plenty of times before.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like that guitar has done me so well for so long. It was like the second guitar I bought as well, and I play it more than any other guitar I've bought since.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that. Don't desecrate that.
Can't mess with that one. But I could buy another one and mess with that.
Oh yeah, you can buy that one to shit.
Yeah. It's like, £200 or $200 versus $2,000.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Mod that to bejesus and back.
Yeah, but it just depends on how it all goes together in it. So, or just like how everything else feels, and when I try out these guitars. But yeah, my dad and I are going to go make an adventure to try out some more guitars, which is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, cool. Did you get another bit of equipment recently that seems like a lot of fun, or have we already talked about it? Yeah.
Yeah, our office got a brand new HD camera, and it's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Full. I mean, we it can have it is upgradable to 4K, but we don't need 4K here because we can only stream maximum. We can record 1080p, but we can only stream 720 because of the limitations of university bandwidth. So yeah, I was playing with that for the past couple of days, and I love it. It's so nice. It's gonna make my job so much easier, And it looks so good. Oh my god, it looks so good. Yeah. And my brother gave me Masterpiece movie Bumblebee for my birthday just before Christmas, but it didn't get to me until Christmas Eve. So I opened that, and that thing is crazy.
What is it?
It's a transformer.
Okay. Oh yeah. I was like, Bumblebee. That's a transformer.
This is a transformer,
yeah.
This thing.
Could not remember what a transformer was to save my life.
You and I cannot be friends anymore.
I know what it is, but like my brain was just like, yes, that's a thing I know all about. My head's shaking now. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, it's oh my god, the level of detail and the level of complexity to it. Holy moly! I've never owned a transformer that was this hard. Like, usually I can transform anything within 15 minutes. Regardless of level of complexity, whatever. This thing took both my wife and I 45 minutes to get from bot to car to get it right, because the instructions that came with it garbage. Just a little nonsensical. They could have reordered a few of the steps, like say, okay, put step 50 odd steps, 57 steps in the instructions to change that thing from a robot to a car. The original Bumblebee from 1983 or 84, whenever it was, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps.
Done.
That's all there was. This thing has 57.
It's quite a few steps there.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks really cool, both in robot and car mode. But holy smokes, it is infuriating to change from robot to car. From car to robot, no big deal. But trying to get all the doors and the body panels to fit together in car mode. Oh my god. Thank God for my wife. She had more patience than I did that night. So which is most nights.
Fair enough. Cool.
That's it for
is
me.
there anything else?
Christmas was good. Not nearly relaxing enough, not nearly enough sleep, but that's it when you have Christmas with a 4-year-old, So
Fair enough.
And my parents were in visiting, so it was chaos. A delightful chaos, but chaos nonetheless. So yeah, it was good. It was good.
Nice. I had a fairly chilled out time.
That's good.
Yeah, I got. The factory was shut down, so there was no need to no reason to go into work, and so yeah, everyone got the time off, and it was real cool. Everyone just chilled out. Everyone came back real relaxed, and yeah, I'm starting at 7 a.m. every day because production demand's already high enough that there's a night shift like 3 weeks into the year. And last year we only put a night shift on for 6 months for 6 weeks, and it only started it in like mid-March. So yeah, it's kind of a crazy start to the year. Yeah. So yeah, I think last year we had like an extra day somewhere where they were doing some production, which means that last year our figures are like 5,000 litres ahead of this year, but like in the next week that's changing so rapidly. We're going to be so ahead of last year. Like leading into the end of the year, we were producing 110,000 litres more per week than we did the same week the year before, like for like the last 6 weeks. So we ended the year up by like 700,000 litres more. So it was, and like we're leading into the year with like this massive production lead. So
I hope it keeps going for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm only going to be there a few more months, but I've got to get through the busy period, just making sure everything goes smoothly. And things seem to be going all right. But we've only been there for 2 weeks, and the night shift only started last night for the first night. So we'll see how that goes.
Let's hope they don't make a wreck of it.
Yeah, hopefully it's not going to be soul destroying eating 2 meals a day at my desk though. So that's like the thing I'm concerned about. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. I mean that'll get old eventually, but it's it won't be too bad.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can just ride it out, and like I can like at the beginning of next week I'm gonna chat to my whole team and like see if we can schedule who's gonna be in early and whatnot.
Oh, spread the wealth kind of a thing.
Yeah. But it's just for the time being, I'll do it because I can do it, and it gives me a bit more freedom as well because I can get out of work at 3:30, go to the gym, be home, and chat to Rachel. Which is, if I want to go to the gym and I'm working normal hours, it's I go to the gym, don't chat to Rachel for the day. So it's kind of a better thing to speak to the fiance.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll do that.
Definitely. I would definitely agree to that. Yeah.
So it's kind of been a crazy time.
Yeah.
But cool. I don't think I have much else to share today.
No, I'm good. We're all up to speed. It's only a couple weeks into the new year, so happy Community Day. So we can date this podcast.
Like pin it down to a day. So cool. Well, thanks for being my guest this week. Where
my
can we
pleasure
find
as
you
always.
across the internet?
I am on Twitter at SpencerInNL. I am on the Rooster Teeth site, although not as much as I probably should be, under the name Grenew. And I'm on CD Baby under Spencer Crew, and all the other usual places, Google Play and iTunes.
Nice. I can be found across the internet at DestroyTopham or at Etherfar. I currently don't know what I'm doing with any of my music, so it's sitting on my hard drive for like the song that I've recorded so far, the one that I recorded at the end of the year. And I haven't done anything with it. I haven't uploaded it anywhere. I might have put it on Google Drive, but that's really just for me at the moment. So I can send it to people if I want them to listen to it and check it out. But yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing and where I'm going to be posting things, and kind of get that together. I don't know if I've talked about it yet, but I kind of redesigned my website a little bit.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I read that on your blog.
Yeah, so that's all now like got a different color scheme. It's like grey and blue and purple, and I like the aesthetic a little more now. It's not too cluttered to read things, so like that was one of the reasons I changed it. And yeah, that change has all gone through, and I'm kind of happy with how it looks at the moment. I'm trying to get the layout changed a little bit, but so that it's easy to navigate. Like, if I want to read just posts about wrestling, there's a button on the side, but I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. And like, if I want to read about music, these are the ones that we can pick it from. And yeah, I'm just trying to get that all working together so it's nice and easy to navigate for people. But yeah, that's what's going on with that website. Anyway, thanks for being my guest this week.
My pleasure.
Joining me. And thank you everyone for listening. Have an exciting week. Goodbye.
Bye.